Hello, gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm dating coach Naz, and in today's video, I want to talk about how men can be more attractive if you feel like you're not attractive, or other people have told you, other women have told you that you're not that attractive. And so these are some tips and tricks for you guys to keep in your mind. And I want us to get out of this notion that just because I'm not attractive, I'm not going to find love in my life. I don't think that is very true. And I'm not going to sit here and believe that because I know that I've seen it happen in front of my face. I've seen people to me that aren't attractive, but then they go ahead and find a beautiful woman, a beautiful connection, a soulmate. And so I'm not going to sit here and agree to you guys just because it has happened to you. It was your experience, which is fair enough, but I'm here to tell you that there's a way out of this, okay? So the first thing I want to say is that let's just be honest. Hey, I'm not that attractive, and that's okay. You don't have to be the most attractive person, attractive man in the room. Just for example, let's take Steve Harvey. He says it on a show as well. He says, I'm not the most attractive man on the planet. He's like, none of the people in his family are attractive. Anyways, but what he says is what makes me attractive is my humor, the way I dress, the way I smell, the way that I talk, all of these things, his confidence, his intelligence, all of these things make him attractive to a woman. And so this is why I am so adamant on telling you guys, giving you guys this message is not to be so stuck on this I'm not attractive, that's why I'm single story narrative that we keep on repeating to ourselves and the rest of the world. One thing that I want to mention is that both men and women, when you guys look at each other, that's your first impression of each other, right? So if you look at a woman and she's wearing track pants and maybe that's not something that is attractive to you, or she is, I am like having all these crazy things that pop into my head. She's a bit, you can smell her BO, or she doesn't have nice teeth, whatever it is, her hair is frizzy, whatever. And to you, that is not attractive, right? But then for a woman, it's vice versa. She might look at you and she might think, well, I don't want a man who's dressed in sweatpants all day long. I want a man who has a suit. I want a man who smells nice, who has nice teeth, who has nice eye contact. All of these things are what make you attractive to her. But unfortunately, attraction is based on the first impression of one another. If you don't look that attractive to her, then she's unfortunately she won't want to get to know you. I just got really ghetto. She won't want to get. Anyways, instead of blaming women for not choosing you because you're not attractive, let's actually do something about it. This is exactly why I wanted to create this video. Also, I came up with these 3 pictures, and it sucks because I can't really see what I'm going to be doing, but I'm probably going to be posting a picture right about now of this man, and I think I know which one I'm going to post. But anyways, this guy here, okay? I'm sorry, I couldn't find that great before and after pictures, so this is what I've come up with. So you're just going to sit here and watch this, okay? Now, this guy over here with the red hair, you could literally see his confidence increase. The picture on the left, he's literally like this. And the other picture, it's like he stood up straight. Like he literally grew 2 inches up in height. So make sure the pictures that you have up on your dating profile, the way that you show up in life, you are happy with it. To be honest, would I go out on a date with the guy on the left side? Probably not. Would I go out on a date with the guy on the right side? Yes, I would. You could see his smile, like it's like something about him just radiates and is just so attractive to me. And not to say that every man needs to wear a suit to be attractive, but just putting a good look that says, hey, I've arrived, I'm here, instead of, the raggedy clothes that we all wear sometimes. And I mean, I'm the worst at this because I do like my comfort, so I get it. Now, the second picture that I'm going to be posting on here is this guy that I found. It was a video. It was too long, so I'm just going to post a little clip of him. That's how he looked before. Just look at him. He looks homeless, okay? But his personality, he's just so sweet and so genuine. I could just feel his energy. And he had a girlfriend, by the way. She's the one that bought him on the show. And so she bought him for a makeover. Anywho's, look at this before this after picture shot. Like, look at these two pictures. It's insane, the difference and the confidence in a man just by the way that you dress, your hair, the way that the way that you smell. All of these things are so important. These are the two examples that I wanted to give you guys, is that you could be unattractive, but you could make it work for you if you find the right techniques to make yourself attractive. All right. And so if you feel, by the way, that you're stuck in this rut, send me a message, send me a picture of yourself, and I will tell you exactly what is up. These men, made changes to their appearance, and instantly their attractiveness skyrocketed, right? And it's not just about looks, it's also about the energy that you put out. And sometimes when you dress well, your energy does exude, right? Now, the two ways for a man to feel attractive. I have come up with these 2 points. They have different points underneath each other, but I want to get very clear with you guys. It's very simple. 2 things. Confidence is the first one, which I'm going to get into. And the second point is grooming. Okay, so let's get into the confidence part. The first part is you can't feel confident in yourself if you don't feel worthy of the person you are, of the gifts that you have. And so if you don't know your worth, then nobody else will be able to know that as well. So it's really important, again, to connect to yourself and make sure that you work on this every single day. Now, the next part of this is to love yourself, to accept your flaws. Every single human being on the planet has weaknesses and strengths. You have to be able to own them and say, hey, you know what? This is where I mess up sometimes and I need to work on this. And this is, again, where the communication, being vulnerable part comes in. But if you don't love yourself, I'm sure we've heard this a bazillion times, but if you don't know how to love yourself, you can't find somebody to love you, because they won't be able to find you. Because you're still living in a bubble. You're still living in a facade, covering up parts of yourself. But if you showcase, hey, these are my strengths, these are my weaknesses, this is who I am, take it or leave it, that person, your soulmate, is going to be able to see you and find you. Okay. Now, the next part of this is affirmations. Okay. Affirmations, subliminals, meditation, all of these things, journaling, they are part of your mindfulness, getting grounded with yourself, and also understanding parts of you that you maybe abandon. Sometimes you guys abandon yourselves. When you really need your empathy, your compassion, your love, you tend to walk away from yourself. Majority of us talk to ourselves like we are the enemy. We hate ourselves so much that we tend to bring ourselves down, bring our energy down, and we're literally holding ourselves back and stopping ourselves from getting to our destiny. And so starting each day with talking to yourself with love, with respect is so important. Asking yourself, what do you need from me today, is key, because this is what builds that self-confidence, the worthiness, the self-esteem. If you don't even have 5 to 10 minutes in a day for yourself, that means that you don't feel that you're worth it to give yourself that time. Because if you ever look at anybody who's successful out in the world, the first thing they talk about is a morning routine, and also quieting yourself in the morning to listen to the universe and listen to what messages it has for you. But the more we stay in this, I need to rush, I need to pay the bills, I need to do this, I need to do that, and you're constantly stuck in your head, which is causing anxiety, depression, stress, overthinking, all of these things, diseases, by the way, long-term in your body. Meditation is really important to clear your mind and to focus in on your purpose, focus in on the kind of person you want to become, and to manifest things, manifest reality that you're desiring, and also getting stable emotionally and financially. Those things are important. I'm not going to sit here and say that finance is not important. Yes, it is important, because it shows that you are good at investing money, looking after your money, and you're not just sitting at your mama's house and hatching eggs. Getting stable emotionally and financially is important. And the reason why is because this is one of the key elements to why majority of relationships end, is because the finances, majority of people, they don't talk about finances before they get into the relationship, and then later down they realize, oh my god, this person is in debt and they're literally using up all of my savings, and it's ruining our future for our kids, or we can't get a house, whatever it is. Getting stable emotionally and financially is key, but I'm also going to add here spiritually / faith. A lot of men, what I find, have lost that connection with faith. And I'm not here to sit here and ask you to join a religion or a cult or whatever, but it could be faith in that everything is going to work out. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be a man in the clouds, God. It doesn't have to be any of those things. But it's about connecting with what resonates with you the most. And a lot of men and women as well, they are disconnected from religion, which I understand why, because I disconnected from religion as well. And I still will like to understand and learn, and it's not something that I'm like, oh, it didn't happen or it did happen. But what I mean, I'm not going to go and sit here and talk about my beliefs, but what I'm trying to say is that get yourself back into trying to figure out, what do you believe? What is your faith? Because a man who is faith-based, there's actually, what book did I just read? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He talks about it, where whenever, a man's desire is strong, but if you mix that up with faith, it's unimaginable what a man can do with that power in him. And so I do believe, and I'm sure people will not agree, and that's okay. I'm here to not agree with all of you guys. I'm here to disagree with everybody and tell you guys what I think. But I do believe that you have to connect with what resonates with you, and also start believing in something bigger than yourself, believing in bigger than just taxes, mortgage, government, the news. Stop just surrounding yourself with all of these problems, these issues, all these things. They're there to hold us back, and they don't want us to grow. They don't want us to be happy, because there are all these pills that have been created to keep us stuck, to hold us back. And so this is my biggest advice to everybody out there, is to create your own beliefs, to stop living in these, and also, the stories that you tell yourself, let it go. It's gone. All you have right now is here and now. Everything that has happened in your past, yes, it was traumatic, it was an experience, it was painful. Learn from it and move the F on. Stop remaining in the past, because the more you do that, you're just creating that for your future. And by the way, I do believe in God. I mean, I don't have a name. I don't have one name. I just call him God. And I believe that he has created the universe. He has created the clouds. He has created the water. He's created us, and he really does live in all of us. And to be honest, I also want to mention this. I will talk more about God and my faith, maybe in the next couple of videos. But if you feel like you're not somebody who believes in God, you don't like to hear about it, you don't want to know more about it, then this channel probably is not for you. So I don't want a bunch of comments saying, oh my God, you're switched or something like that. This is what I've believed, and it's taken me a long time to get here, because I've seen things that are unimaginable, signs that you can't explain. And I know that he exists and he's there. And literally the reason why I'm here doing my purpose after a very painful, divorce, where I could have, things could have ended really badly for me. And, going through that experience and then being here now, making, I don't even know how much more money, quadrupled amount of money than I used to make, doing something that I love, working from home and living my purpose, speaking my truth. All these things have happened because of him. Okay. And I'm never going to stop talking about it, because it's my truth. And so this is what I wanted to say. If you guys don't want to hear about it, or it's triggering for you, please go to another person to talk. Don't keep following me, because I am going to get into this a little bit. Now, walk in your purpose is my next point that I wanted to make. Find something bigger than yourself to focus on. Okay. This is one of the things that I've realized when this generation is that, including myself, we tend to focus on us too much. It's about me, 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 me. How do I feel? I need to get validated. What about me? What about me? What about me? And I think the more that we focus in on ourselves, the more we get depressed because we're constantly thinking about us. But the moment that you think about another human being and say, how can I help this person? What can I do to lighten up their day? Your mind literally does, it's something magical that happens in your mind, especially when you're able to give and help somebody else. You feel this instant gratification, this happiness in your body that exudes, and that again attracts more happiness, more joy into your life. It's like a cycle. And that's one of the biggest things that I realized when I was going through my tough time. I kept on listening to Wayne Dyer. He kept on coming up, and I've realized he's definitely one of my spirit guides because he's always coming to me. But anyways, one thing that he keeps on saying in his messages over and over again is whenever you're down in pain and whenever you're suffering, which is what happened when I was back in the day. I thought I was, my life was just over. It was that bad. And I kept listening to him. And one thing he said was, ask the universe, ask God, how can I serve? How can I help? And at first when I heard that, I was like, that is so ridiculous. Why would I, I need help? But there is so much truth to that, because as soon as I switched to how can I help another person, that's how I ended up kind of being a matchmaker and helping other people and being a coach. And I realized that life is so much bigger than we give it credit for. We all have a gift. We all have something to share with the world. And the more that we suppress ourselves and dim our lights, we're not able to share that with anybody. And literally our life is of waste. It's gone to waste. It makes me really sad sometimes when I see people and I'm like, you have been living like this for 20, 30, 40 years. And unfortunately, they haven't had an awakening. But I really hope that this video or something in your life happens where it wakes you the F up. Because it happened for me. I had a lot of awakenings when I was, 30 to 33, where I went through a divorce. I had this accident that I thought I was going to lose my life. And when I was pregnant, it was a lot of crazy stuff that happened to me, which woke me the F up and stopped living in this prison that is me, me, me. It's all about me. How do I look? What do I, do people like me? How much money am I making? No. How can you help another person? So that's one thing I want you to start focusing on. How can I find something bigger than yourself to focus on? Okay. Stop being selfish. And trust me, I was very selfish. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I was very superficial. Anyways, that's a whole different video. So give back, volunteer, help others, contribute to other people. And also, by the way, I've heard so many stories. And by the way, when people come to work with me, the first thing I tell you, go volunteer, go do something that is going to help another human being. And it's so funny because, of course, a lot of us have resistance to it. I'm so busy. I have to go on these dates and how will I meet somebody? And I'm so sick. And then when I say, just go and just volunteer, just relax, just have fun. And of course, this should align with your values. You need to be somebody who likes to give back. And they literally meet. I've had a couple clients who have met beautiful connections just going to these places to volunteer. What's happening more? I'm sorry. And so this is where I'm seeing, get out of your head and start doing things that are out of the norm. Stop staying in your house and going to the same pub and to the same bar and to the same restaurant. Whew. Oh my God, I'm too loud in this video, guys. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm just screaming at you guys. Impact the world in some way, stand up for something that you believe in. This is where this is where your light shines and you're able to radiate and your energy is just able to attract your soulmate that much faster. Also, grow daily. Commit to learning and improving yourself. This one is a huge one. And by the way, I hate learning. I don't hate learning. Sometimes you just feel like you know everything. I'm that person, unfortunately. And I do have to force myself to learn and to read a book once a month and all these kind of things that I have to commit to But it is so important, especially if you're looking for a relationship, that person, for the most part of it, is going to grow. And so if you're somebody that doesn't want to grow, then you're going to fall off and then she's going to keep on growing. So we have to make sure that we have the mentality that we want to grow. Okay. I know people will say, well, I just want to stay and I just want to live in this 9-to-5 job. Well, again, this channel is not for you then, because I'm all about the growth and getting better and helping people and living in your purpose. And not to say that you have to grow every single month and you have to like you be productive or anything like that, but it's just about every day working on yourself with, the being more mindful, being more connected to yourself. Okay. It doesn't have to be go get a new, finish a PhD and a master's degree. I'm not talking about that. It's literally just being able, if there's a problem in your relationship, you're able to communicate instead of just shutting her down and walking away and say, I'm done with this. I don't want to work on this. I'm good. Now, let's get into grooming. You look good, you feel good, period. Invest in clothes that fit your body and make you feel confident, okay? This one is huge, especially if you're somebody that you feel like not a lot of people find me attractive. I don't feel attractive. Okay, I'm not here to fight you on that. Let's find something. Let's help you out then. Let's find a solution. So try to find some clothes. I mean, to be honest, before doing these grooming, the stuff that I'm going to get into now, I need you to go to step 1. Because if you're grooming, and which a lot of people will probably do, is they'll try to do the superficial stuff, put the nice outfit on, put the fragrance on, and all of these kind of things and look great. But guess what, sweetie? Your energy is off. You're not able to connect with a woman emotionally. And so therefore things will not connect no matter how hard, how good you look. It will not work, because I have seen it happen over and over and over again. And I've been in a relationship like that as well. So I know that it doesn't work. Now, the second part of this is taking care of your body, okay? So eat healthy, work out, stay consistent. And the most part about, looking after your body is this is part of self-love, self-care. One thing that I would highly suggest to you is to be a man of your word. So if you say, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. every day and I'm going to work out for 10 minutes and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Don't be lazy the next day. You have to follow through. This is where the discipline comes in. This is where the boring nature comes in. It is going to be boring. It's not going to be exciting and fun. That's I think the lie that we all get told is that life is so fun and you have to be happy all the time. No, you don't have to be happy all the time. Discipline doesn't mean that I'm happy all the time. Grooming matters. So make sure that you get a nice fresh haircut that suits you, and also smell. Smell is a big one with women. A solid cologne can make a big impact. Now, one thing that I do want to mention, because I've been smelling this a lot at the gym, is some men put on a lot of cologne. Why did it just say cologne? Okay, anyways. And literally, I can't breathe, okay? Please do not be that man. Please do not put so much cologne where I'm like, I can't breathe. I need a mask. I don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that person, okay? So make sure you have a nice classy, like a nice scent, not too overpowering, but still sexy. Keep your teeth clean and smile confidently. You have a nice smile, okay? Also hair, keep it styled, fresh, clean, eye contact, hold it slow. We know all of this stuff, right? Studies show that confidence can increase a man's attractiveness up to 50%. 50. Did you guys hear that? It's not just about looks, it's about your energy. The energy that you project. Confidence changes how other people perceive you and then makes all the difference. So listen, this doesn't need to be perfect. You never ever need to be perfect. But when you align with the best version of yourself, you have your purpose, you have a mission in life, you have a direction, you know where you're going, you know what kind of woman you want, you know what kind of love you're looking for, you're well groomed, you look after yourself, confidence radiates automatically. And so these small improvements are going to lead to bigger shifts. And also, confidence doesn't happen overnight. It's something that is going to take time, and slowly but surely you're going to get there. So if you guys are struggling with confidence, you're struggling with what to wear or what you're maybe missing, what is holding you back in dating and love, then check my links down below. And also please like, comment, subscribe to this channel, and also share this video with somebody who really needs it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.